So Hypernova Solar is George Mason University's very own solar car team. What we do is we design, build, test, and compete with fully solar-powered electric vehicles, and then we race them in international competitions against teams from all around the globe.
I am the mechanical team lead, and what our team does is we design all the mechanical components of the car, so the chassis, the frame, the suspension, and all those moving parts, basically anything that's not electrical.
I am the CAD lead and the systems lead, and now we're dealing with all the mechanical issues of the car.
So we designed the battery pack, we designed the CAN protocol, anything that has to do with the solar arrays, the battery pack, or the communication in the car.
People are always working so hard, and there's so much interest on the team, and every time we meet on Fridays or whenever we have time, we are always working, sharing about car things, or maybe just to have some fun.
So I see Hypernova Solar really becoming one of the foremost visible solar car teams in not only the entire country but the entire world. I'm hoping to make solar car racing more than just an engineering competition and more of a real world startup in a way. Alright, hey everyone, hopefully you all can hear me. My webcam just disconnected again, so that's great. Let me fix that right lickety split, and then we will get started. While you all look at the still frame of my face, my name's Alex. I am the president of Hypernova Solar. Hopefully you can see me now. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Welcome to today's meeting. My webcam disconnected again. Let me just switch the webcam I'm using. That would just make everything easier, wouldn't it? So while you all look at me, thanks for joining. My name's Alex. I'm the president of Hypernova Solar. And today we'll be going over our fourth meeting. Here I am. There we go. Okay, cool. Now you all can see me. That was a weird intro. Let's just get started. Because, you know, I can't top that. So today's September 18th, 2020, meeting number 4. Thank you all for tuning in live, and thank you all for who are rewatching this post live stream. We got some important stuff to go over today. We'll be announcing the new leads of the solar car team for the fall semester. We'll be talking about a cool new project we're working on. We have some updates on Gold Rush, and then we'll be talking about the Zoom call that we'll be having later today. So just for the regulation of the day, again, we'll be having a meeting with the American Solar Challenge next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So the captains will be joining me for that. This will be a meeting with all the solar car teams and the American Solar Challenge to learn about what the plan is for the American Solar Challenge in the 2021 year. Whether they'll have it at all, whether it will be like a independent kind of race challenge, who knows. So that will be interesting to learn about. Thank you all for submitting your answer in the weekly poll, what we call the Slack Wall of Fame for the new people. I put out a poll every Thursday, and you know, you have to answer the poll, and the people who answer the poll I know are active in Slack, so if you see your name here, good job. Welcome to the new members. We have accepted some new people since last meeting. If you haven't filled out your application to the team and you're watching this live stream, make sure you fill it out. The application is always open. We continuously accept new people on a rolling basis. So make sure you fill it out. As of this morning, actually, that's a different thing. But if you haven't heard back in a while, make sure you reapply if you haven't gotten an application acceptance or denial in your email yet. So just going into some team updates. So Gold Rush has been delayed effectively 1 week. It was supposed to be picked up this Monday due to issues on UC Berkeley's end, not our end this time. The pickup has been delayed until next Monday, so we're really hoping that next Monday is picked up, and then it will arrive Monday the 28th. I will be having myself, Brendan, Kareem, and Dee come in that Monday to help unload Gold Rush. So if any of you all who I just named cannot make it next Monday, please let me know, and I'll bring some new people. So let me just unplug that. We had a meeting this week with the student funding board to apply for up to $6,000 in funding from the university for the solar car team. From our understanding, we are all clear to apply. I have to get some approvals from our advisors, but that shouldn't be an issue at all. So we are ready to apply as early as next week, and we really want to apply next week. So we're all clear on that end. There's some internship opportunities with Blue Origin that are specifically being marketed to solar car students. So if you're interested in a internship, either this fall or next spring or next summer, you might want to join one of these sessions. Blue Origin, if you don't know, is basically a copycat of SpaceX, but instead of being run by Elon Musk, it's run by Jeff Bezos. So it's a really cool, innovative company. They have a lot of opportunities coming up. So as you can see here, they have one specifically for women in STEM, one for the specifically for National Society of Black Engineers. It was cut off by my picture down here. But yeah, if you're interested in that, let me know. These will all be going into Slack. So team applications. As of this morning, as of 10 a.m., if you have submitted your application before 10 a.m., I have either sent you an email saying you've been accepted to the team or your application has been temporarily denied. So if you did not receive an acceptance email, not an application email, either check your spam folders. Maybe our acceptance email has been filtered by George Mason's spam filters, which isn't. That wouldn't be the first time this has happened. We might have never received your application, so maybe resubmit. We also did receive several applications where there was just very little information. So when we're deciding on people to accept to the solar car team, we're not going to accept everyone. We really need to see who you are as a person and why you're interested in joining the team. And if you leave a 5-word sentence in why should you join the solar car team, we're not going to accept the application. So if you haven't received an acceptance and you're still interested in joining the team, I recommend resubmitting a new application and really putting some effort into that application. New meeting times. So currently we meet Fridays at 3 p.m. Obviously, that's when we're meeting right now. But that time doesn't work for everyone. So we're actually thinking about shifting the meetings to another day. We are specifically thinking of Sundays. So either Sunday mornings, like Sundays at noon, or maybe Sunday nights, like 5 or 6 p.m. If you have an opinion on when we should change our meeting times, which you absolutely should, please use the link in Slack, the when to meet link, to fill out what times work for you, and we're going to find the time that works best for the most members. You can also scan this QR code up here. But please fill that out at your earliest convenience, because the next meeting might not be Fridays at 3 p.m. unless Fridays continue to work best. So leadership selection. So we have decided on our newest leads. So let's just get right into them and show you all who they are. Please hold your applause till the end. So in the role of mechanical co-captains, we have Mac and Abigail, who will be the mechanical captains for this fall. For electrical captain, we have Dee Dee. Many of you all know Dee Dee. He will be the electrical captain, at least in the near term. For software captain, we have selected Zane Xanax, as he's known in Slack. He will be software captain for the fall. For logistics captain, we have selected the Mingus himself, Wyatt, to be logistics captain for the fall. And for executive advisor, which is a new position we made, we have selected our old trusty friend, Brendan Lugo. So that rounds out all of the captains that we have for the fall semester. For some of the leads, for our outreach lead, we have, if it allows me to click, Mike Riggy. I'm sorry, Mike, this is the best picture I had of you. So congratulations to Mike for outreach lead. For 3D printer lead, we have Ross Clark. There we go. 2 great pictures we have of him. Is this University of Michigan gear? Because if so, I have a problem with this. I would strongly recommend deleting this as your Slack profile picture, Ross. For belt printer lead, which is a cool new project that we're advertising, or that we're running, we will have Kareem be running this project. This is the best picture I had of you as well, Kareem, so I'm sorry about that. For fabrication and build lead, this is specifically a mechanical sub-team position. We will have Edwin running the actual fabrication and build of the solar car this fall. And finally, rounding out the current leadership positions, we have our CAD lead, which is another mechanical position led by Sean. He will be running up the CAD team this fall. So congratulations to all the leads. These are all veteran members on the team who may or may not have had leadership positions in the past. Starting next week, we will allow new members to actually apply to some of these leadership positions. So if you are a new member and you are interested in getting really involved with SolarCar and applying for a leadership position, those applications will go out starting Monday. We do have a lot of positions still open, namely the vice president position. We have a lot of electrical positions such as battery, solar, motor, those type of positions. Those are all open, so you'll be allowed to apply for those. Also, leadership is a fluid thing. It is not something that you are locked into at any one time. The leads we have right now are not going to be the same leads we have at the end of the semester. They probably won't even be the same leads we have in a month. People, move from position to position. People have, want more responsibility in a team or less responsibility. So if you have a position, or if there's a position you want, let's talk about it. There's no reason that people need to be locked into their current positions. I would also like to talk a little bit more about the vice president position. The vice president position is a hugely awesome opportunity that I'm really looking for a smart, reliable person to fulfill this role. As vice president, you get the biggest say on the team. This is the most important leadership position we have. It is such a huge resume builder because you are running the coolest engineering organization, not only at George Mason, but in the entire Northern Virginia area. It's a huge opportunity for leadership growth. I myself have grown so much as a leader and my leadership skills over the past 2 years running the SolarCar team. And honestly, it's just a really fun position. It's cool to be able to call the shots on such a big team. So if you're interested in the vice president role, please let me know. So for fundraising, just a quick notice on that. We do have a meeting with Fidelity next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday. Yeah, at 3 p.m. Is it next Thursday? Yeah, it's next Thursday. I'm trying to remember exactly. I'm gonna be bringing one other person along for this meeting. This will be our attempt to get Fidelity to donate again for the fall. So they donated us $1,000 last year. We're hoping to have a continue our great relationship with them. They also offer a lot of internship opportunities. We've had several members accept internships with them. So they're a really great sponsor in terms of supporting the team and giving our members new opportunities. So if you have any ideas on how we could really blow them away with this meeting, because it's going to be hosted completely through Zoom, we really want to have a well fleshed out professional meeting with them. So let us know if you have any ideas. So the belt printer project, this is a little project that I wanted to talk about quickly that we are just now starting up. The belt printer is an evolution of our current 3D printing technology. So we started by building a hang printer. We have that almost finished. So we want to start working on belt printer, which is is the next step, we believe. So what is a belt printer? A belt printer is a printer with an infinite axis on one side. So think about having a finite build plate, but your printer can build as high as you want. Or in a belt printer's case, it could print as long as you want. So here's a little GIF of a belt printer that someone built. As you can see, it's able to just continuously print either objects on end. You don't have to clear your build plate, or it could just print one really long object. So belt printer project is super cool. We're looking for 3 to 4 people to work with Kareem on building this. So if you're interested in being a part of this team, let us know. We're going to break out the belt printer into a separate Zoom call today, so you guys could start working on that. So let us know if you are interested in working in this project. So very quickly, I want to go over some Slack basics just to refresh everyone's memories and to show the new people how Slack works. The first thing is make sure you join your specific channels. There are tons of channels in our Slack workspace. I think you're only added to the announcements in the general channel at first, but we have like 24 channels that you could join. So if you hit the plus icon in the upper left of the Slack workspace, it will allow you to join all of these different channels. Join as many or as few as you want. Some people only join the specific sub teams they're on. Other people want to learn about everything that's going on in the team. So join whichever ones you want. You can also join them and mute them if you just want to kind of observe, but not really participate. The second thing is make sure you use threads. Threading is a critical part of Slack. It's one of the reasons we use Slack over something like Discord, because it allows you to very easily manage conversations and also reduce spam so everyone gets the important information they need. So we're actually going to practice this. Brendan, if you're listening, can you drop a message in the general channel and have everyone reply to that using a thread? So as soon as he does that, if everyone can reply to that as a thread, just so everyone could get a idea of how threads work. If you ever need to start a thread, when someone posts a message, there's a little icon in the upper right. It looks like a little chat bubble. Click on that and that will start a thread on a message. Threads help reduce spam in the channel. They keep everything clutter free, and it does not notify everyone. There's nothing worse than having two people talk in a channel back and forth and everyone's spamming the channel. It's very annoying. So use threads. I will yell at you if you don't, or Abigail will. So RSO purchase list. So we want to submit our $6,000 budget for the upcoming year soon. They meet every single week, so we should try and get these applications in as soon as possible. So if we can finish that list either today or by the end of this weekend, that would be fantastic. So if you have any things that you want to buy for your sub team, put it on the list, get it approved by a lead, and get that sent to the captains, and we will submit that list hopefully by next Tuesday. So just some goals for Zoom today for the actual breakout call that we'll be jumping into. First and foremost, when you get into the Zoom call, please rename yourself to include which sub team you are a part of or you want to be a part of. This just helps us keep track of who everyone is and which breakout rooms they belong to. Just add it to the end of your name. You have permission to rename yourself in a Zoom. If you haven't decided which sub team you're a part of, just choose one for today. Choose whichever one you want to explore. So we're going to be running several breakout rooms. The first one that we're going to be running is the frame breakout room. So I'm going to be putting Ross, Rashil, Edwin, Sean, Anish, and Mike, and Mac if he's in here, into a separate room to talk about frames, see where the frame currently is, what progress needs to be done, what changes. Your goal is to figure out those next steps. Don't leave that room until you have a solid understanding of what you have to do over the next week to get that frame done so we can actually start building it. We're going to have a mechanical breakout room. This will be led by Abigail, so the rest of the mechanical members will be going into there to learn how the car is currently built and the structure of it. And you're going to learn about which areas we need active contribution to and how you can contribute to those areas over the next week. The electrical breakout room will be led by Didi. You're going to go in there and learn about what the current electrical system of the car is, what type of voltages we're running, what type of battery pack sizes, the motors, the solar cells, all of that stuff. We're also going to get a better understanding of what sub-teams you want to work on. So if you want to work in the solar team or the battery team or the motor team, we're going to be talking about all of that today. We're also going to be running a software breakout room. Zane, a software captain, will go in there. So if you're interested in the software team, you're going to learn all about the CAN bus. We're going to be talking about progress that we've made over the past several months and what the next steps are and how you can contribute to those next steps. And finally, we're going to be running the printer breakout room. So all of you all will go with Kareem. You're going to lay out the requirements for the printer, such as the size, the type of filament you want to use, maybe some of the overall structure. And when you have those requirements finalized, you can then spend the rest of the week researching ideas and start looking at designs for the belt printer. Cool. So we're going to jump right into the Zoom call. Make sure you enable your webcams, rename yourself. The link is already in the Slack channel. You can scan that QR code. And I will also be dropping the Zoom link here in a second in the YouTube chat. So if you're not in Slack but you still want to participate in today's meeting, you could join via that. So yeah, I will see you all over in Zoom. If I could figure out how to end this meeting, that would be fantastic. End stream.